it's Jennifer here for Hero Arts. Today I wanted to show you a fun technique to do with the new Hero Arts stencils. Now I used a fun new product that I found, but there are many different products you can use and get similar results, and I'll talk about those in a moment. And here you can see this product and the stencil together create this great raised area for the background. So first I have the Hero Arts stencil. This one's called the Tweed pattern, and I have a piece of charcoal paper. This is from Hero Arts also. And I'm going to tape this on to the stencil just so it doesn't shift. I'm using some washi tape, but any kind of sticky tape would work for this. If you're using regular masking tape, just make sure that you remove some of the stick first by just pressing it against your skin a few times so that it doesn't tear your paper. Now if you have a steady hand, you can avoid taping it if you want to, but I tend to make a mess if I don't. I'm going to also go ahead and tape the stencil onto my work surface so that it doesn't shift also. Now the product that I'm going to use over the stencil I found is from Viva, and it's called Faro, and it's like a metallic finish. So it goes on kind of like a thick paste, and you can see it here when I open it up, and it dries nice and hard and creates a nice raised area with a little bit of texture and a subtle shine. Now it comes in gold and some other colors also. Now if you don't have this product, you could also use a modeling paste or anything that ends up drying thicker and then paint it a silver or whatever color you would like. I found this product was just very quick and easy to use. So I'm actually using a tool that's actually meant to lift die cut pieces off of sticky surfaces, but I'm using that to just put some of the color on, or some of the Faro onto my surface. Now I'm using an old gift card to just spread it across thin. If you don't have these tools, you could also just cut pieces of scrap paper and dip into the product with the scrap paper and put it on there, and then just use a piece of cardstock to swipe across. But you see here, it's really quick and easy to just kind of smooth across the top of the stencil. Now this stencil has a little bit of thickness to it, so that when you take this off, all the product that you put in between the stencil and all the open areas will end up having dimension also. So I'm just pulling this off my work surface, and now I'm going to lay it down and carefully remove the paper. I'm not messing it up by laying it down because remember that all of the product is even with the top of the stencil, and I'll just peel this off carefully, not letting it shift. And then I have this nice cool pattern here. Now I'm going to set that aside to dry for a while. It doesn't take that long, but I'm going to right away wash off that stencil. You want to make sure you get it off of the stencil so that it doesn't dry there, but it's very quick and easy to do. Now if you don't have a product like I used here, you could also just use paint over it or a modeling paste. Really, stencils, the sky's the limit on what you can use over them. Now I wanted to show you how I did the greeting on here. This is a new alphabet stamp set from Hero Arts, and it's called Sketchbook. And I really like that these letters are a little bit different. I've just got some white cardstock and my favorite Hero Arts black dye ink here, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp the letters here. Now sometimes I'll mount all the letters onto the acrylic block and then stamp them together. But I really like my letters to be very close together. So I think that it's worth the time it takes to stamp each letter individually, because then you can stamp them very close together. I just think on a card it looks better if the letters are nice and snug so that they all run together nicely. Then I decided to replace the O with a heart just for something fun and different. And that's another fun thing about using an alphabet stamp set. I also wanted to stamp a few extra hearts to scatter on the card. So I went ahead and trimmed the greeting into a nice strip and then cut the end into a V. Then I wanted a pop of color on here, so I colored the heart with a red marker. I'm using a Copic marker here, but any red marker would work. This is just what I had within reach. I also went ahead and colored the extra hearts with the red marker, but I wanted those hearts to be smaller, but also have that pattern in them, that sketch pattern. So I'm actually going to draw a smaller heart on the inside. Sorry, my head got in the way here. I'm going to draw a smaller heart on the inside with a black pen, and then I'll cut those little hearts out. This just gives it that same sketch look, but a smaller heart that will be less distracting, kind of scattered on the card. I also wanted to add a little bit of shine here to kind of match the background, but not make it too feminine, because this card is for my husband. So I've got this Wink of Stella glitter marker. It's a very, very subtle glitter, just a little bit of shine. So it doesn't look too girly, so I think it works for both masculine and feminine cards. And I'm just going to color it right over all of the letters and the hearts. If you don't have a product like this, you could also just put glossy accents on it for a little bit of shine, or use any kind of glitter pen. Now once I have this done, it just takes a few moments to dry, and there you have a card with lots of dimensions using a stencil. If you have any questions, be sure to head to the Hero Arts blog, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.